Well, good morning, family. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed Wednesday, because Grammie's having a wonderful, blessed Wednesday. I'm sitting out in a parking lot outside this beautiful church behind here that I usually sit in because the library is just right over there. God will speak through me this morning and just bless you with a good encouragement on Wednesday, not Thursday this week. We're back on schedule. The kids in our town went back to school today. We're expected to have some snow possible tonight, and in the morning it's pretty cold here. Pretty cold. And so what's the most amazing thing is usually we're on a geese migrating pattern here. And so usually we see the geese around the end of October, 1st of November. Right now there's a flock of geese going over me. And so the other night we haven't seen them. And the other night I was in the kitchen and it was so many of them I could hear them squawk. And it was about midnight, just squawking and squawking as they went over the house. And so here we are, the 1st of January, and the birds are just now migrating. So I always pay attention to those birds because God gave them something. He gave them something. We're so busy keeping up with the Joneses that we're not really paying attention to the things, to the signs of the times. So let's make sure that we're still in our hearts, still in our minds, still in ourselves down to where we can hear the voice of our shepherd, that we can hear the words of God. We can smell and the roses, even though there's no roses out right now, but we can smell the winter weather, the crisp air outside, unless you're somewhere like in Florida or somewhere like that where they're not really having warm weather right now. But you can go out and just hear the little birds chirp, the winter birds, you know. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about this morning, and that's something, let's go ahead and bring that up. Well, I told my husband the other night, I said, I just feel so exhausted, just mentally exhausted. And he said, and I just came off of work for 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks off of work. I did things around the house, but I was just so exhausted. And he said, honey, you never stop. He said, even when you're sitting down and you're still, you're thinking about what needs to be done. He said, we're on a trip going to Poplar Bluff, and you're not looking at the scenery. You're talking to yourself. You're saying, when I get home, I need to mop the floors. The toilet needs cleaning. And he said, you don't just take time to enjoy life. He said, you're always thinking. And he said, I love your mom to death. He said, but you're like your mother. You're not able to really enjoy yourself. He loves my mother, and so that's not ugly. But my mother has OCD, and he said, don't allow that to trap you where you can't enjoy your life. And at first, my feathers got a little ruffled. And I was like, how dare him tell me? And then the Lord spoke and said, listen. And so I began to think about it, and I thought, you know what, he's right. And then in the next minute, I thought, I need to go wash dishes. And then I thought, no, I don't got to go wash those dishes, not just now. I can sit here for a little while. I got 2 hours till bedtime. I'll go in there and get those dishes in a minute. And then I thought, he's right. He is so right. Sometimes, even when I'm laying in bed at night, my mind will not shut down. It is thinking about the things that I think need to be done, the things that I think are important. But those things are not important all the time. What does it hurt if you leave a sink full of dishes overnight? I know. I was raised by an OCD mother, and I mean everything had to be spick and span before we went to bed. But what is the problem if you take and you rinse them and you put them in there and you put them in your dishwasher, you don't run them to the next day? Or you put them in the sink and wipe the counters down? What's the issue if you catch them the next morning? You need to get into a place to where your mind is still. I believe that's why we don't hear from God. We're too busy. We're all working. The mom, the dad, the kids are working. I mean, we're busy. And then we have all of the home chores to do. And then when we do that, we want to sit down and we want to look at the big TV. Or we want to look at our phones, or we want to look at something. It's time to take time for God. The scripture that I was going to bring to you today is a whole chapter. I just got through doing a study on the book of Haggai. And the whole chapter basically is about the children of Israel coming back to their home. And everything's in ruins. And so the temple's in ruins. There's no houses. There's nowhere to live. And so they begin to build their houses, beautiful houses. It says, they're building them. They're making them fancy and nice. But yet the house of God was in ruins. And so the prophet went to him and said, hey, our fields will not produce. We can't have any kind of crops. There's nothing that's happening. And, before we can prosper, we've got to do for God. So before I can prosper, mentally prosper, physically prosper, spiritually is what I really am after, prosper, we have to put God first. I believe that that's why I was so bogged down, because I had been busy doing things and not really getting up in the morning, going and reading my word. I mean, it happens. I would get my word read, but it would be in the evening. I wasn't having those first fruits with the Lord in the morning. So I made a commitment to get up in the morning, having goals, get up in the morning, pray to my Lord, read my word before I do anything, before I take a shower, before I do anything. I go to my chair where I sit and read my Bible, or I'll go to my praying table. And I want you to know it has worked. My mind has stilled, because God says, be still, be still, be still, and know that I am God. Be still. And so now I'm in this place where I can hear God again, where I can feel his presence again. I can sit down and have a conversation with my husband, and I'm not hearing the refrigerator needs clean. You need to sweep the floor. You need to vacuum. The kids are coughing. Go get them. The grandkids are coughing. I wonder if I'm at my house wondering about my grandkids across town. I'm like, I wonder if they're giving them that allergy medicine. I mean, really, that's how bad I am sometimes. And so let's be still. Let's put God first. The book of Haggai is 2 chapters. Today, if you can get in that book and you can read, you really need to read the other books of prophecy, because they come into play with that one. But really and truly, it's just a good thing. It just says, hey, look, you need to put God first. God's jealous. He's a jealous God. He wants your attention to him, because he's already promised to supply your needs. So I hope you guys got something out of this encouragement today. I love you guys. I love you so much. You just don't know how much I love you. And if I don't see somebody's name in the comments, I start saying, I wonder if such and such is okay. I wonder if, this person's okay. I know you guys. I love you. Like I said, I want to grow, because I want more people to come in and be encouraged. But I also don't want to lose the close-knitness that we have amongst us right now. But also I know that the world needs encouraging. It needs a hug. It needs love. But it's a wonderful thing to have a family. It's a wonderful thing to have people you can go to and say, hey, I'm down. I need some prayer. And let me tell you, I could feel you guys praying for me over the last 2 weeks. And like I said, I haven't even been to the doctor. There was a couple days I didn't even think I could get up and put any weight on it. And it's a miracle. I got up this morning, walked around the bed, put on some shoes. I've been going for small walks, because I have to take it easy. But I've been going for small walks. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't think that I need to go to the doctor. I think it's completely gone. I think it dissolved. And it's a miracle. And if it wasn't in a place that it would be bad for me to, unladylike to take a picture of it, I would have took a before and after picture possibly of it if I had thought about it. But he is the God that healeth me. I give him all the praise and the glory today. If you guys need some healing, if you need some prayer, if you need somebody just to talk to, hit me in my email. It's grammienae72@gmail.com. Or you can write me a letter at Grammie Nae Nae P.O. Box 575 at Corning, Arkansas 72422. Love to hear from you. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful, blessed Wednesday. I'll see y'all Friday morning. God bless you. Till next time, I'm Grammie Nae Nae.